Hello everyone, thank you for joining this channel. I'm Dr. Hernandez-Smith. This channel is dedicated to English language learners where they can go and find ESL lessons. In this video, we will use Cambridge 1, Ventures 3rd edition, Level 4, Teacher Resources, Citizenship and Civics worksheets. This is Cambridge 1. Scroll down and find Ventures 3rd edition. There it is. Click on Ventures 3rd edition Level 4. Click on Teacher Resources. Click on Citizenship and Civics worksheets. And you can download the worksheets here. Part 9, Additional Information About You from Form N400 Application for Naturalization. When a question includes the word ever, you must provide information about any of your actions or conduct that occurred anywhere in the world at any time, unless the question specifies otherwise. If you answered yes to any of the questions in item numbers 1 through 14 in Part 9, item numbers 1 through 14, provide explanations and any additional information in the space provided in Part 14, additional information. Number 1. Have you ever claimed to be a United States citizen in writing or any other way? Yes, no. Have you ever registered to vote or voted in any federal, state, or local election in the United States? If you lawfully voted only in a local election where non-citizens are eligible to vote, you may answer no. Number 3. Do you currently owe any overdue federal, state, or local taxes in the United States? Number 4. Since you became a lawful permanent resident, have you ever called yourself a non-resident alien on a federal, state, or local tax return, or decided not to file a tax return because you considered yourself to be a non-resident? Have you ever, 5A, been a member of, involved in, or any other associated with the Communist or Totalitarian Party anywhere in the world? 5B, advocated, supported, and promoted any of the following, or been a member of, involved in, or any way associated with any group anywhere in the world that advocated any of the following: opposition to all organized government, world communism, the establishment in the United States of a totalitarian dictatorship, the overthrow by force or violence or other unconstitutional means of the government of the United States or all forms of law, the unlawful assaulting or of any officer or officers of the government, or sabotage. Part 9, additional information about you continued. Have you ever been a member of, involved in, or in any way associated with, or have ever provided money, a thing of value, services or labor, or any other assistance or support to a group that, 6A, used a weapon or explosive with the intent to harm another person or cause damage to property? 6B, engaged, participated in kidnapping, assassination, or hijacking or sabotage of an airplane, ship, vehicle, or other mode of transportation. 6C, threatened, attempted, tried, conspired, planned with others, prepared, planned, advocated for, or incited, encouraged others to commit any of the acts listed in item numbers 6A or 6B. Have you ever ordered, incited, called for, committed, assisted, helped with, or otherwise participated in any of the following: 7A, torture; B, genocide; 7C, 6D, intentionally and severely injuring or trying to injure any person; 7E, any kind of contact or activity with any person who did not consent or did not agree or wasn't able to consent, could not agree, or was being forced or threatened by you or someone else. 7F, not letting someone practice their religion. 7G, causing harm or suffering to any person because of their race, religion, national origin, membership in a particular social group or political opinion. 8A, have you ever served in, been a member of, assisted, helped, or participated in any military or police unit? 8B, have you ever served in, been a member of, assisted, helped, or participated in any armed group, a group that carries weapons, or military, for example, paramilitary unit, a group of people who act like military group but are not part of the official military. Self-defense unit, vigilante unit, rebel group, or guerrilla group. If you answered yes to item number 8A or item number 8B, include the name of the country, the name of the military unit or armed group, your rank or position, and your dates of involvement in your explanation in Part 14, additional information. 9. Have you ever worked, volunteered, or otherwise served in a place where people were detained, forced to stay, for example, a prison, jail, prison camp, a camp where prisoners of war or political prisoners are kept, detention facility or labor camp, or have you ever directed or participated in any other activity that involved detaining people? 10A, were you ever a part of any group or did you ever help any group, unit, or organization that used a weapon against you, that used a weapon against any person or threatened to do so? 10B, if you answered yes to item number 10A, when were you part of this group, or when you helped this group, did you ever use a weapon against another person? 10C, if you answered yes to item 10A, when you were part of this group or when you helped this group, did you ever threaten another person that you would use a weapon against that person? 11. Have you ever sold, provided, or transported weapons or assisted any person in selling, providing, or transporting weapons that you knew or believed would be used against another person? 12. Have you ever received any weapons training, paramilitary training, or other military type training? 13. Have you ever recruited, asked, enlisted, signed up, conscripted, required to join, or used any person under 15 years of age to serve in or help an armed group, or attempted or worked with others to do so? 14. Have you ever used any person under 15 years of age to take part in hostilities or attempted or worked with others to do so? This could include participating in combat or providing services related to combat, such as serving as a messenger or transporting supplies. Part 9. Additional information about you continued. If you answered yes to any part of item number 15 below, complete the table below with each crime or offense, even if your records have been sealed, expunged, or otherwise cleared. You must disclose this information even if someone, including a judge, law enforcement officer, or attorney told you that it is no longer on your record, or told you that you do not have to disclose the information. If you need extra space, use the space provided in Part 14, Additional Information. Submit evidence to support your answers with your Form N400. Include all the crimes and offenses in the United States or anywhere in the world, including domestic violence, driving under the influence of drugs or alcohol, and crimes and offenses where you were under 18 years of age, which you ever committed, agreed to commit, or asked someone else to commit, were arrested, cited, detained, or confined by any law enforcement officer, military official in the United States or elsewhere, or immigration official, were charged with committing, helping commit, or trying to commit, pled guilty to, were convinced of, were convicted of, were were placed in alternative sentencing or a rehabilitative program for example, diversion, deferred prosecution, were held adjudication or deferred adjudication, or received a suspended sentence, clemency, amnesty, or pardon for, or were placed on probation or paroled for. 15A. Have you ever committed, agreed to commit, asked someone else to commit, helped commit, or tried to commit a crime or offense for which you were not arrested? 15B. Have you ever been arrested, cited, detained, or confined by any law enforcement officer, military official in the United States or elsewhere, or immigration official for any reason, or been charged with a crime or offense? What was the crime or offense? If convicted, provide crime of conviction. If not convicted, provide crime or offense listed in arrest, citation, charging document, or crime committed. Date of the crime or offense, month, day, year. Date of your conviction or guilty plea, if applicable, month, day, and year. Place of crime or offense, city or town, state, country. What was the result or disposition of the arrest, citation, or charge? No charges filed, convicted, charges dismissed, detention, jail, probation, etc. What was your sentence, if applicable, for example, 90 days in jail, 90 days probation? 16. If you received a suspended sentence, were placed on probation, or were paroled, have you completed your suspended sentence, probation, or parole? If you answered yes to any of the questions in item number 17A through 19, provide an explanation in the space provided in Part 14, Additional Information. Submit evidence to support your answers. Part 9, Additional Information About You continued. Have you ever, 17A, engaged in prostitution, attempted to procure or import prostitutes for persons for the purpose of prostitution, or received any proceeds or money from? Manufactured, 17B, manufactured, cultivated, produced, distributed, dispensed, sold, or smuggled, trafficked, any controlled substances, illegal drugs, narcotics, or in violation of any law or regulation of the United States, or a foreign country. 17C. Been married to more than one person at a time. 17B. Married someone in order to obtain an immigration benefit. 17E. Helped anyone to enter or try to enter the United States illegally. 17F. gambled illegally or received income from illegal gambling. 17G, failed to support your dependents, pay child support, or to pay alimony, court-ordered financial support after divorce or separation. 17H, made any misrepresentation to obtain any public benefit in the United States. 18. Have you ever given any United States government officials any information or documentation that was false, fraudulent, or misleading? 19. Have you ever lied to any U.S. government officials to gain entry or admission into the United States or to gain immigration benefits while in the United States? If you answered yes to item numbers 20 through 21 below, provide an explanation in the space provided in Part 14. Additional information and see the specific instructions by item number, Part 9. Additional information about you. Of the instructions for more information. 20. Have you ever been placed in removal, rescission, or deportation proceedings, Have you ever been placed in removal, rescission, or deportation proceedings? 21. Have you ever been removed or deported from the United States? Federal law requires nearly all people born as male who are either U.S. citizens or immigrants 18 through 25 years of age to register with Selective Service. See www.sss.gov. 22. Are you a person born as male who lived in the United States at any time between your 18th and 20th birthdays? Do not select yes if you are a lawful non-immigrant for all that time period. 22B. If you answered yes to item number 22A, did you register for the Selective Service? 22C. If you answered yes to item number 22B, provide information about your registration. Date, registered month, day, year, and Selective Service number. If you answered no to item number 22B, see the specific instructions by item number, Part 9, additional information about you, of the instructions for more information. If you answered yes to item numbers 23 through 24, provide an explanation in the space provided in Part 14, additional information. 23. Have you ever left the United States to avoid being drafted in the armed forces? 24. Have you ever applied for any kind of exemption from the military service in the armed forces? 25. Have you ever served in the U.S. Armed Forces? Part 9 continued. If you answered no to item number 25, go to item number 30A. 26A. Are you currently a member of the U.S. Armed Forces? 26B. If you answered yes to item 26A, are you scheduled to deploy outside the United States, including to a vessel within the next 3 months? Call the military helpline 877-247-4645 if you transfer to a new duty station after your file or Form N400, including if you are deployed outside the United States or to a vessel. 26C. If you answered yes to item 26A, are you currently stationed outside the United States? 26D. If you answered no to item number 26A, are you a former U.S. military service member who is currently residing outside the United States? If you answer yes to item numbers 27 through 29, provide an explanation in the space provided in Part 14 additional information. 27. Have you ever been court-martialed or have you received a discharge characterized as other than honorable, bad conduct, or dishonorable while in the U.S. Armed Forces? 28. Have you ever been discharged from training or service in the U.S. Armed Forces because you were an alien? 29. Have you ever deserted from the U.S. Armed Forces? Have you ever deserted from the U.S. Armed Forces? For item numbers 30 through 37, see specific instructions by item number Part 9, additional information about you. If you answer yes to item number 30A, provide an explanation in the space provided in Part 14, additional information. 30A, do you now or have you ever have a hereditary title or an order of nobility in any foreign country? 30B, if you answer yes to item number 30A, are you willing to give up any inherited titles or orders of nobility? List titles that you have in a foreign country or at your naturalization ceremony. If you answer no to any question except item number 33, see the Oath of Allegiance section of the instructions for more information. 31. Do you support the Constitution and form of government in the United States? 32. Do you understand the full Oath of Allegiance to the United States? See Part 16, Oath of Allegiance. 33. Are you unable to take the Oath of Allegiance because of a physical or developmental disability or mental impairment? If you answer yes, skip item numbers 34 through 37 and see legal guardian, surrogate, or designated representative section in the instructions. 34. Are you willing to take the full oath of allegiance to the United States? 35. If the law requires it, are you willing to bear arms, carry weapons on behalf of the United States? 36. If the law requires it, are you willing to perform non-combative services? Do something that does not include fighting in a war in the United Armed Forces. 37. If the law requires it, are you willing to perform work of national importance under civilian direction, do non-military work that the U.S. government says is important to the country? If you have any questions or would like to add to the discussion about this topic, please add your questions and comments in the comment section. Like, subscribe, and comment to support this channel. Thank you for watching. For more information about ESL lessons, go to our website www.adultseslonlinelearning.com. ESL lessons are available Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I do offer an 8-week ESL program. The cost is $1,000 for 40 American ESL classes, 50 minutes long per class. Classes are available Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, starting at 9 a.m. and ending at 6:50 p.m. Central Standard Time. During the meet and greet, we'll have an introduction, we'll discuss your goals, and begin designing an individualized learning plan. We'll discuss scheduling your classes and payment. Select a day, time, enter in these details, your name, your email, and any information that might help prepare for our meeting, and click schedule an event. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video helpful, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye.